welcome to Backstage Access. Let's start off by saying Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. I'm your host, Satoshi, and this right here is my picks of movies that truly were phenomenal, top 10 or 9.5, or rating of 9 and 10 and above for 2021. And then, of course, after this one will be the movies that I truly say to avoid at all costs. And let's see, there's a few that I wish I could actually go back in time and not watch them again. However, you know, that's the thing about movies, is that some are good, some are bad. So let's get started with our list, shall we? All right, so first movie on my list of definitely to watch or own on Blu-ray is Cruella de Vil. So we all know the story of Cruella, her hatred for Dalmatians. This is the prequel to how she became Cruella herself. So this one right here, definitely enjoyed it. A lot of cool Easter eggs, references back to the 60s. The soundtrack was phenomenal on this one. And let's face it, the minute it started, the movie, I mean, I was hooked on it. I started busting up. I enjoyed it all the way through. Even some of the parts right now, I'm thinking about what she was doing in the early part of the movie, and then later on. It's definitely one that I highly recommend to check it out. Once again, I think it's available still on Disney Plus right now, if I'm not mistaken. After that, we're gonna move on to Minari. This was one of the early ones in 2021. I think when I saw it, it was back in March 2021 or February 2021. I gotta double check and see when I checked out. However, this one right here is one that truly, think about it right now, it's family, heart, and it definitely left me at the end a little bit teary here and there. Even right now, I kind of want to hold back the tears thinking of that movie. So that's one that I think it was nominated for Academy Award at one point. I gotta just double check my facts. So let's move on to another one before I start crying a little bit more. Ghostbusters Afterlife is another one that, once again, is the nostalgia, bringing back the original cast. And let's face it, this one right here was definitely one for the fans of the original two Ghostbusters. And of course, they did not acknowledge the Ghostbusters movie of 2016. And that that one is set in a different timeline itself, so I'm really wondering about that. However, for me, Ghostbusters Afterlife, I already have it pre-ordered on Blu-ray, so I'm going to get it on February 1st. So once the day comes, I got my movie set. I'm going to pop it in, see what kind of bonus features are available on there for that one. All right, next one on my list is Mortal Kombat. This one right here, of course, once again, fan service. Definitely enjoyable. The only downfall I saw to it was, since it's fan service, anybody new to the franchise wouldn't really be familiar with the characters. I wish they would have had it develop some more with the original characters. Kind of made it start off with the original and then add on everybody else after that they decide to bring in for the film itself. That's the only flaw with Mortal Kombat for that one. Okay, and another one that I enjoyed, I'm trying to think off the top of my head real fast, was Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle, which is one, you know, I definitely enjoyed. This one was available only on Netflix itself, so it's a Netflix exclusive. This one was, of course, anybody familiar with the Pokemon franchise will know the movies, and this one here was kind of a cross between Tarzan, right there, mixed in. So that one I definitely enjoyed it. And anybody I recommend check out the original Japanese version. Slight difference between the US version and Japanese version, since I already saw both of them, okay? So that's pretty much on that one. So that's my little surprise pick for movies to watch that are currently available on streaming service. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head, anything else real fast. Of course, we have Spider-Man No Way Home, which is still playing in theaters. That one brought back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire to reprise the roles as Spider-Man. So that one is for any fan that has seen the original movies. Will definitely enjoy that one and highly recommend it. a lot of cool Easter eggs and references to the other movies. And even after it came out, I went back and watched the original movies to see if I could link up some of the past references. And sure enough, the writers did an amazing job linking the past, present, and the future of the MCU right there. And I think rumor has it that there may be another Spider-Man movie coming out with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. However, it's still unconfirmed yet. Of course, rumors are rumors. Once it officially happens, we'll all be happy, or some will be disappointed, which is as is. For me, I'll definitely be excited to see them continue the roles as Spider-Man. And now, one more movie before I go to the movies to avoid is Nightmare Alley. This one right here is a late release in 2021. This one was written by Guillermo del Toro. This one I enjoyed it. However, I did give it a slightly lower score because it did drag here and there, and it gave me the vibes of Tales from the Crypt. The reason I enjoyed it was, if anybody has noticed over the year of all my reviews, is that anything with the past I tend to acknowledge more or look at and scrutinize more because I love history. I'm looking at the details. Same thing with Belfast, which is another surprise hit. So both of them part of the category of how accurate was the history on them for their time periods. And both did a phenomenal job of setting accuracy itself in the past. Belfast was in the 60s. Nightmare Alley was in the 1940s. Both highly recommend. So check them out if they're still available on the theaters. If not, look for them on streaming service. So now, time for the movies to avoid. And let's face it, there's a few that are definitely up there of movies to avoid. One is Malignant. That thing was just so horrible. I mean, I just kept on watching it and seeing how worse it could get, and let's face it, it got worse and worse and worse. Another one was Lamb. Interesting concept. However, once again, when it finally got to the main climax, it just fell apart, and I'm like wondering what is gonna go on. But they just got to that point where, okay, finally getting interesting, and then done. Roll credits, and we're out of here. Like, what? No, go back and finish it. I want to see what else happens. But Lamb was definitely one that disappointed me all the way through. And another one, I'm trying to think right now real fast. Jesus. Well, obviously when you're trying to think of movies, you can't. And then later on you're like, oh yeah, I remember that one. Alright, we have Lamb, Malignant. And I think those are the ones that like really stick out in 2021 as, oh, and also Card Counters was another one that like, forget it, avoid it, right there, that one's bad. I can't think what else was there. I think those were like the ones that really stand out as horrible or just all in all disappointing. So these are, once again folks, my own personal movies that just were not that great. Oh, and also In the Earth. That was another one that truly had a great concept. However, once again, when it actually was on film, that one, if I remember correctly, I said it was a train wreck gone bad. I mean, you just want to watch that train just crash, and that was In the Earth itself right there. That's how bad it was. I think that one I gave it like the lowest score of any of my videos. So if you want, interested what I rated, it's in my video section. Just hit down. I think that one came out in April or March of this year. So, folks, those are my best films. Those are my worst films. Now let's see what's in store for 2022. And so far, what I can see on the list, 2022 looks like a good year for movies. Of course, there could be a few other duds, and I want to do a few honorable mentions also. West Side Story, In the Heights, also ones that definitely were phenomenal in 2021, except that right now I'm thinking about it, and sorry I couldn't do it earlier, but right now they're, like I said, honorable mentions. Those two are definitely ones to enjoy. So for now, folks, this is my list. Be safe and bye. I'm your host, Satoshi. Looking forward to 2022, all the great movies coming out. And as always, folks, be safe and bye.